Today we're going to go ahead and get this guy something to be toted around in. So should have a 10 to 15% tongue rating. Tongue. Can we say tongue? Such a beautiful morning to be alive. We have our running jet ski back here. So gang, just recently I have swapped a boat for our jet ski right here, but now I got to tote the thing. So we got to put a trailer hitch on. So that's today's task. I'll take you through it. Something that was explained to me that I just didn't take into consideration, and I would want to hook the jet ski up to the Mustang at the Stella, but David, a friend of the channel, suggested, hey man, that Subaru, because of the sliminess that gets on the boat ramps, he said you want to hook it up to the all-wheel drive. So we're going to forego a trailer hitch. You could tote that little jet ski on with Stella, but we're going to go ahead and use the Subaru instead. That's a much better suggestion. Thanks for the advice, David. I appreciate it as always. And you guys, low key, don't tell David. We're going to sneak by and catch up on him on how he's doing on the boat. I'll throw in some videos that he sent me, but we're going to grab him one of these days and y'all going to see his progress and talk to him.
So I just got the boat running. Motor was pretty stuck, but I was able to unstick it with a couple magic tricks, a couple old head tricks. Got it spinning, changed the oil, got a fresh filter on there, one that doesn't leak all over the place. That was the major issue, was the oil filter had rot holes in it and it was leaking oil straight out of it. So we got good oil pressure now, and it did run for a few seconds, just on some gas I threw down the carb. Let's see if it'll start back up. Listen to that kitty purr. Here's a little before and after. This part has not been polished yet, as is to that. I still got to do a couple more passes on it, but God, that looks so nice.
Y'all know that my daughter works at Sunglass Hut, and these right here is your Costa. These are the Sullivans. Those look super sick. I like these a lot. So today we're going to be installing this hitch onto this car right here. Here is the underside here. Pretty straightforward. This is everything that our trailer hitch came with today, including this package of bolts right here. So there's several holes back here. This one back here near the weld right here, you can see it's back here next to the wheel well itself. This is the one that I believe that we're going to have to widen. So we're going to go first. We're going to go ahead and pop this guy off. All right, here's our guy. And then basically it needs to match this width right here. So we need to widen this a little bit right here. So it just needs to be a little bit so we can fit this guy up in there. So that's the first step. I shouldn't have to remind you folks, but you got to wear safety goggles. I don't want to see anything happen in your eyes. So before you start any of this stuff, especially with the grinding, put some of these guys on right here for me, please. Thanks. All right, as you can see, the it goes through there pretty easily, so I think we got that one done. We're going to throw a little Rust-Oleum paint. We're going to go ahead and touch up those little holes, make sure that they're covered up with some rust-proof stuff. So honestly, guys, that's probably the hardest part about this project is getting those holes widened to get those little rectangular pieces through. Other than that, we're just going to go ahead and install it from here going forward. So pretty straightforward. Wanted to give you guys a rundown of everything that I was using. So this was to remove the little plastic, rubber inserts there. Then you got the 4 brackets, I guess, that go into the inner side. Those to hold these bolts on through the inner portion. These are to wire these bolts through right here, and of course these are lock these in place. The spacers go into the most forward hole there, so it's going to be the one leading to the front of the car, and then these are going to go on the interior of the holes that we just drilled out. There's an attachment for the screwdriver that you can get online. I'll post that in there and just kind of like what that looks like as well to grind the holes. I ended up using the Dremel with this little tip guy right here. And then of course we do have our electrical set once we get everything done. So this is kind of the complete setup. Oh, and a little paint there to make sure that we covered up the hole with some rust-proof paint. We want to keep that one from getting rusted. But pretty simple process. And all we're going to need extra is just going to be something to torque these down with. But we'll get to that in a minute. Here it is. As always, folks, as I figure these things out, I'm just a simple dad just like you. So I'm going through these kind of numbers together with you for the first time. So when we look at the 4 different elements of this, we have our car, our jet ski, and our hitch. Now, I know that the first thing we always want to look at is we want to look at the weight. How much does the jet ski weigh? Okay, our jet ski weighs about 1,200 pounds. Now, how much can the cars tow? I know that the Subaru can tow up to 1,500 pounds is what it's saying. Now, then we need to take a trailer. So we need a trailer hitch that actually could do that weight, so 1,500 pounds. Now this one goes up to 3,500 pounds. Perfect. Now you always want to go with the lower number of these if you're thinking about towing something. In this case, it's the Subaru. This is a class 3 hitch, so it's a little bit better than would be needed, but that's fine. It was only a few dollars more, quite honestly. And it can, and the Subaru is 1,500. We got 1,200 of this. Now, one thing we need to consider when you are looking at something like this is the tongue weight. Now, the tongue weight is the amount of weight that the ball itself is feeling when it's attached. So if you think about it, a tongue weight, it's the amount of pressure it's feeling when it's on the trailer. So when we look at the tongue weight of the jet ski, it's going to be about 1,200 pounds. We want that weight to be about 120 to 180 pounds worth of pressure. So when I was out there in the yard, I was kind of lifting it up and down. It felt perfect. That was about the same pressure. Now, too little tongue weight, if it's too little tongue weight, it can cause swerving. So you do want to feel that pressure. So make sure you have at least a little bit of pressure in there. Now here's the tongue weight of the actual hitch itself. It's 525 pounds worth of tongue weight. Perfect. Too much tongue weight, too much pressure on that hitch obviously could cause problems with the lower suspension as well. So just be aware of it. But that's about the proper amount of pressure that you do want to feel. We're all good to go. So we're going to go ahead and get started and get this hitched up. this one to the front. Basically what we're going to do, put the bolt in first, like so, and then we're going to take our little bracket to the behind it. All done, like that. I was able to position these front ones first. I just kind of undid the wire and then just loosely did these. And now all I got to do is these guys back here. Everything looks good. Everything's bolted down. Now all we got to do is tighten it down. This 3/4, it's calling for a 3/4 socket. So it is a 3/4 socket to tighten those down. And 110 foot-pounds, just kind of give you an idea. That's roughly the same pressure that it takes to kind of fasten your tire on. That's about the same pressure, so you want to use that same pressure if you do not have a torque wrench.
Looking fairly nasty in the background, isn't it? We're going to try to avoid the rain, but that took me all of about an hour and a half, and that includes all the filming as well, so I had to deal with all that. But it was super straightforward, grinding that one little piece down on the interior to the where you can slide those brackets through. That's probably the hardest thing. The second hardest part was looping that little wire through, because I got those fat fingers and they just won't fit through there. But I used my pinky to kind of guided it through, if you will, and it all ended up all pretty good. So now we're just gonna have to wire up the harness to make sure we have power going to the trailer for the brake lights and such, and then we'll be done.
If you guys have made it this far, you gotta subscribe. Come on, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, so hit that button, give me a like, throw some comments in there. I got a ton more stuff coming out. We're gonna do more stuff to the jet ski, we're gonna do more stuff to the Mustang, so follow me.
Now that we have our hitch engaged, we are going to add our wiring connector. We just picked up this CURT. It's the, what is it, 56040. And this is the inside. There are these two like little guys here, plastic guys right there. We got to remove these, and then underneath here is going to be our wiring piece. So I'm going to get to it. So right here is our little adapter. We're going to go ahead and get our wiring harness, put it on this one. Here's our wiring harness. This one's going to go to your trailer. This one should fit right here. Perfect. Clips into place. Now we're going to get our sticky tape. Room right there, and then I'm going to take this one and stick it probably right here. This looks like a nice flat surface. fine. Now we do have a ground we need to go ahead and take care of. So we're going to go ahead and put him probably, let's just go ahead and put him right here. We have a self-tapping screw. Go ahead here. I don't probably want to put it right there where he's going to be. So we're going to go right here. Make sure there's no wires back behind where we're drilling. Good to go. We're going to go ahead and get our fuse. Put him in. Cover it up. Let's go ahead and get some of these wires. We'll put these together. So that took all of about 2 seconds. I went ahead and just kind of bundled these up with a zip tie. Make sure not to break your foam. We're clipped in, it's nice and snug. We have our ground right here. And then we've adhesive this. This one I'm just gonna leave loose. And then when I do use it, I'm gonna go ahead and just use it kind of outside this one right here. If you did wanna run it through, I believe you could run it through this guy right here. You just have to run your grommet in there. But in this instance, it's just really weather protected and it should be pretty straightforward to kind of get out. We're gonna go ahead and attach our plate back over here. And then after that, we should be set. I purchased this, what is this? Purchased this hitch right here. Now it's got all the different ones on it. This is the one I believe we're going to use. So if you see the holes right here, these go coordinated with those. So we're going to turn this one around so that these go like this and this one's facing up. I think it looks pretty good. Everything's all hooked up. We're gonna go ahead and give it a test run. See what happens. There we have it, guys. She's all ready to rock and roll. We're gonna go ahead and give it a test run and make sure everything stays nice and cool.
My AI telling me that this is where the gas is supposed to go. That's hysterical. And me wondering and then saying to myself, well, there's a tube leading up into here. So if I put gas in there, that would be bad. But if I put gas in this guy right here, which leads directly into the gas tank, probably be a better suggestion. What do you guys think?
So I really hope you guys enjoyed that. That was pretty straightforward, actually. I have faith in you. If I can do that, I am a simple dad just like everybody else. And that took me a total of about a couple hours. I love my new jet ski. Wanted to get it hooked up to the Subaru. We have 3 different things that we have to do with this process, and they're all pretty easy. So
Headed out with the new jet ski with my bestie, my best friend. What do you think, bestie? Excited. He doesn't look excited. It's fairly early. Right off here, off of Anclote. Such a beautiful morning to be alive. We have our running jet ski back here, made it out here. Man, what a good feeling. Hey y'all, I just took a non-running boat and turned it into, a day on the water that I'll enjoy forever with my son. So, if you don't have faith that you can do something like that, I have it in you. Take mine and just place it upon yourself, because you can do this.
What are you still doing here? Go home. It's over. Go home. Go make some dinner or something. Go home. What are you doing? Go home.